What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stokastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with my three favorite prize picks for the MLB slate today on Wednesday night. Smash that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. That way you can know when all the great content here at Odd Chopper is going live. And of course, yesterday, I'm sorry. Apparently, Aaron Judge and Peter Alonso can't get over on total bases. That's a bad beat because we got the Lindor home run in the trio. We got the Rizzo and Donaldson home runs in the trio, but somehow the guys who are supposed to hit home runs did not. So welcome to baseball. It's unenjoyable, but we try to make the best decisions we can every single day to be profitable. That's what we're going to do again today. Use promo code AWESEMO too to be profitable before we even start. Up to $100 first match deposit bonus. Doesn't get easier or better than that. And then fire it up on these plays. Let's get to it, shall we? Here's the board. You know where I like to start at a lot of times. And I think there's two plays that stand out in the evening window for pitcher fantasy score. Don't mind these. These games are starting in, 10 minutes? Cool. Awesome. Nifty. We're starting. I know it's 3:40 p.m. my time, 6:40 p.m. for you East Coasters, but I want the under of 43.5 for Sandy Alcantara here. Sandy Alcantara, if you will. Sandy Alcantara is really, really good at pitching. There's no doubt about it. He had a bad outing last time out against the Mets. A lot of people are going to have bad outings against the Mets. They're a very good offense, but 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, only 5 strikeouts. And that's kind of the thing that I really want to focus on is these strikeout numbers. 3 of his last 5 games, he's gone 10 plus strikeouts. 10 plus strikeouts, but yet he's only got a 24% K percentage on the season. That isn't very high amongst elite pitchers, especially for the guy that we know, he's the standaway frontrunner to win the NL Cy Young. So I just got to ask, 43.5. I understand this Cincinnati offense without Tommy Pham, without Brandon Drury. It looks really, really bleak. There's no doubt about it. But we are still going to need some Aristides Aquino strikeouts. I mean, he's going to have to strike out probably twice here in this spot if he's in the lineup. This caller is, I can't even say his name. I'm not even going to try. Papierski, for sure, the catcher, strikes out 27.5% of the time. Matt Reynolds, probably your everyday second baseman now for Cincinnati, 27.3%. So there are strikeouts above expectation. But think about this. He still only strikes out right around 25% of batters. I mean, that's a really low number, 24%. So, even if you get inflated strikeout numbers here, and he goes 7 innings, which is very likely for Alcantara here, 7 innings, that's 21 fantasy points. He's still going to need 7 strikeouts, the quality start, not the win in that kind of a situation, but 7 Ks for 7 innings and 0 earned is asking for a lot here. And there is no offense on the other side of him here. So in terms of getting the win, I know that they're massive minus 210 favorites here in this spot, but that should just be not the case when you have a lineup such as what they have. And I get it. It's because Mike Minor's on the other side. Maybe you and I could get our own against Mike Minor at this stage of his career, but really good ballpark. I just don't see the win being something that's as guaranteed as what we're projecting in some spots, but I will say 37.75 fantasy points is projection at Stokastic today, so just there's a freebie for you. It's almost a 6 fantasy point disparity. I like the under. All right, one more under that I also like. It's Mr. Blake Snell, and this is kind of wild to me as well. 38.5 pitcher fantasy score. Everything I talked about for Alcantara, kind of different with Blake Snell because we know we're going to get the strikeouts out of him. He can definitely get some swings and misses. He's starting to pitch a little bit more up to snuff by his standards here, so that'll be something to be paying attention to here. And everybody's excited about San Diego, as they should be. They did a lot of ridiculous stuff at the deadline. We'll finish out with the play, I think, from San Diego. But Blake Snell, 29.3% K rate on the season, but a 12.8% walk rate. And when he does get hit, the exit velocity on it is massive, a 90.6 mile per hour average exit velocity. That is pretty darn high when you're talking about somebody that usually gives up very little hard hit, 37.3% hard hit percentage, and just a 207 expected batting average. I get it. There's no Chris Bryant on the other side. That should definitely help his projection, but I don't know how we don't just hit another under here because he just still finds ways to give up runs. He still finds ways to just not get as deep into ball games as what we would be hoping for. So Blake Snell here, another projection that over here at Stokastic, just going to be a little bit well, drastically different than what's being projected over at PrizePicks. It all follows FanDuel scoring. And Blake Snell, 33.6. That's not so bad. Not so bad at all. But again, for me, 5 fantasy points is kind of the threshold. If it's going to be a greater margin than that, that is 2 strikeouts difference. That's a 5 outs difference. Whichever way you want to look at that. I feel pretty confident that the under of Blake Snell is yet another advantageous play, grading out really, really well for me. I do like these fantasy scores when we get these elite pitchers that are just a little bit too inflated for these spots. So that is another under for me on the board. I said we were going to finish it out with another San Diego piece, and I don't know how you don't like these. And I could probably go to Josh Bell or Juan Soto, but I think it's just let's play with the new shiny toy here. Juan Soto, welcome to your new ballpark in San Diego. As far as runs, as far as it's obviously more pitcher friendly, but Juan Soto doesn't really matter when you have the lefty power that he does pulling the ball in this ballpark, going up against Chad Kuhl, who just gives up massive contact numbers. 444 expected slugging, a 42.9% hard hit, and a 342 xWOBA. We know that Juan Soto, his calling card, he just mashes for power and he doesn't strike out. It's a great thing to be getting to the right field in San Diego. In fact, only 3 home runs from the right field position so far this season from San Diego as of the trade deadline. Actually, I think Trent Grisham played right field yesterday, so I think you have to chalk 2 more up on the board there out of the middle of nowhere. No, I believe he's left field. I'm a liar. But we continue on because Juan Soto, 8.5 for a fantasy score is over a 2 fantasy point disparity. DK scoring is kind of what you're looking at here. I think the same thing kind of exists with Josh Bell. I might have some iterations with a little bit of both, kind of hedge a little bit of my exposure, but come on, if he's going to be in the lineup going up against Chad Kuhl, who is horrendous in every sense of the word, I could see Juan Soto having a coming out party here in San Diego, just hits the floor running, gets going, and a little bit more protection in this lineup than what he had in Washington, just to say the least. He still has Josh Bell. That's a good piece to have, but you get Manny Machado, you get Jake Cronenworth, you get Jerks and Profar. These are a lot better than the Yadiel Hernandezes and Lane Thomases of the world. So there you go. Juan Soto, we're going to take an over because why the heck not? Let's go. Sandia Alcantara, 43.5. We're taking the under of that one. Blake Snell, the under of 38.5. We're taking the under of that as well. And the over of 8.5 for Juan Soto. Let me know what you think of my PrizePicks plays for today. If there's anything else you're going to be adding to your card, would love to know that as well. But most importantly, use promo code AWESEMO. Yes, still promo code AWESEMO in the top right corner of your screen to get a first match deposit bonus up to $100. I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the MLB streets tonight.